Hello! During this video, we will give you a small demonstration of our system, Paru. We are going to simulate that we're a department store and we want to program and optimize the deliveries of all the orders received through e-commerce. We would also like to know how many vehicles are going to be required and how we should make the routes for each of them. Let's get started. The first thing we are going to do is load all the orders into the system. We are going to do this exercise through an Excel template, but the system can load information through an API directly from an ERP or manually. During loading these orders, we will be able to identify them on the map to know where the deliveries will be made. In this exercise, the delivery of 2,978 orders will be scheduled to be delivered in one day to 2,402 different sites. That is, some sites will receive more than one order. In the bottom part of the system, we can see each of the clients with their delivery priority, their length of stay, their time windows, their special requirements, the invoice to be delivered, the number of pieces, volume, or weights requested, the income generated by the invoice, and the notes where we can see the details of the products to be delivered. In the upper left part, we can put the variables, such as the start and end time of the route, and the average stay times. We can simulate the traffic with the speed multiplier, define if partial deliveries can be made, among other things. These variables will be taken into account so that Paru's algorithm can tell us how many vehicles we need and what is the optimal way to move them. Then we are going to select an exit site for the vehicles. In this exercise, we are going to simulate that all of them leave from a warehouse, but the system allows you to be able to remove vehicles from different locations. These could be warehouses, a position marked by the GPS, or a combination of both. Once we have loaded our departure site and all the delivery sites, we can select the vehicles that are able to make the deliveries, or simply press the Optimize button, and the system will ask us with what type of vehicle we want to make the optimizations. The system will send all the variables to the routing API so the algorithm can tell us how many vehicles will be required to make the deliveries. In this exercise, 30 routes will be required, and each of the routes can be seen with a different color on the map to be able to identify them. The system also shows how much it will cost to move these 30 vehicles, and the income generated by those deliveries to be able to compare it and obtain the efficiency of each one. As we see the details of each route, we can see at what time it leaves the warehouse, how many kilometers it takes to reach the first site, the arrival time, the departure time, the time of stay, the travel time, the average speed, the invoice to be delivered, the number of units, the cost, and the income. Finally, we can save those routes or send them directly to the mobile application so that the driver can receive it on his phone and follow up on the assigned route. At the time of making this assignment, the clients of that route will receive an email informing them that their order has been assigned for delivery today and the approximate time of the visit. The driver will open the Paru mobile application on his phone and will be able to see the assigned route. After selecting it, he will be able to see all the delivery sites. By clicking on any of the sites, you can see which product is the one to be delivered, and then press the Start button. This causes the customer automatically to receive an email or an SMS informing them that the driver is already on his way to make the delivery with the estimated time of arrival and the link so that the customer can track the route. The driver can open the Waze application or Google Maps to guide him from where he is to the first destination. When he arrives with the client, the driver will press the button In Progress to change the status of the visit, and then the button of Completed, and a digital form will appear for him to check the delivery. These forms are fully configurable and can request all the data that is relevant to your operation, such as the name of the person who receives it, a photograph of the house or the delivery of the product, an electronic signature, barcode scanning or QR codes, among other things. Once the driver finishes filling out the form, he presses the Send button, and at that moment, the client receives a third email informing them that the delivery has already been made, and with a link to view the digital form with the delivery data. The driver can continue with his route by repeating the previous steps. While the drivers are making deliveries, the fleet administrator can log into the system to check in real time through GPS how they are doing the routes, where they currently are and in which places they have already delivered, which are pending to be delivered, and which places could not be reached, among other things. At the end of the routes, the administrator can see a series of reports so that he can analyze the details, such as what the tangible savings in kilometers are, the fuel, the maintenance, the operating times, and whether or not the routes were done as planned. PairRoute is a complete system that allows you to manage last-mile routes in a comprehensive way, from planning, execution, and route analysis. Thank you.